Yes, students. Sum number 4 we will do with the help of column operations. For that we will write down it as A equals to AI. The only difference is here in the row operations A we write down after I, and in column operations I will be written after A, right? So let us start the sum. This side same way we will write down the given matrix A. Since A is of order 2, so the order of identity matrix also will be 2. Why I am using 2 word instead of 2 by 2? Because it is a square matrix, so when I use 2 means it is a matrix of order 2 by 2, right? So the same thing, our motive will be to convert this matrix into identity corresponding to which this matrix will become the inverse, right? Same operations are there. The only difference is here instead of applying the operations row wise, we will be applying the operations column wise. Okay, so first thing we have to make this 1, then this element we will make 0, this 0 and this 1. Okay, so how will we make this element 1? There are two ways. If you notice, I can divide the column C1 or the first column by 2 also, and 2 by 2 it will give you 1. Here I will get 5 by 2. Or the other way also I can do, if I first of all interchange these two columns, I will get here 3 and here 2, and then I can do 3 minus 2, right? So what we will do here, we will apply the operation C1 interchange C2, right? So when I do the interchange, the first column will go to the position of second column and second column will come to first column position. The same operation will be applied here also. This will become 0 1 1 0. Okay, now in order to make here 1, I can do 3 minus 2, right? And when I do 3 minus 2, this 7 minus 5 will also come. So operation, then what will be the operation? We will apply in C1. We want to subtract the element of C1 with the element of C2, so it will become C1 minus C2, right? So when we do this thing, 3 minus 2 it will give you 1, 7 minus 5 will give you 2, and no change in the second column. Same operation we will apply here, C1 minus C2. So 0 minus 1 will give you minus 1, 1 minus 0 will remain 1 only, and no change in C2 column. So here we got 1. Now the next thing is, I will make this element 0, we will make this element also 0. So first of all, let us make this element 0. Why so? Because when I do the row operations, my first thing after making this one, I will make this element 0. But when I go to column operations, after making this element 1, I will move to this side, I will make this element now 0. How will we do this thing? If I do 2 minus 2, it will become 0. How will I get 2 minus 2? That means C2 minus 2 times C1 if I do, it will become 0. The same thing as we done in the previous, there we did R2 minus 2 times R1, here we are doing C2 minus 2 times R1. See, once we make the element this as 1, this one I can use to make this element 0 in the column operations, and this one I can use to make here 0 in the row operations. So we will do here, apply in C2, C2 minus 2 times of C1, right? There will be no change in C1 column. 2 minus 2 times 1, it will become 2 minus 2, and here it will become 5 minus twice of 2, and A will remain as such. Again there is no change in first column. In second column we are doing 1 minus 2 times of minus 1, and here 0 minus twice of 1, right? So here no change in C1 column. 2 minus 2 will become 0, 5 minus 4 will become 1. So in one operation only we have made this element 0, and here the element has become 1, and this side we will get no change in column 1. 1 minus minus 2, it will become 3, and here we are getting minus 2, right? We have now 1 0, this is 1. The only thing is we have to make this element 0, right? Again, in order to make this element 0, we are doing since column operation, so what we will do, we will use this 1 to make it 0. How will we do that? I will do now C1 minus 2 times C2, because this element 0 is there, so when I do C1 minus C2, this 0 will not bring any change to the first element of column 1, right? But yes, we will get here 0. So the last operation of the sum, it will be apply in C1, C1 minus 2 times of C2, right? So when we do this thing, we will get here 1 minus 0, it will be 1 only. 2 minus 0, we will make it 0. This is 0, this is 1, this is your LHS. RHS, we will get minus 1 minus 2 times C2. So minus 2 into 3 is minus 6. Minus 1 minus 6 will make it minus 7. 1 minus 2 times of minus 2. So it will become 5. And this is 3 and this is minus 2. That's it. So what is happening here? Here we have 1. So we have here 1 0 0 1. This is our identity matrix, and here we have A into this new matrix. That means the product of these two matrices has become equal to I. So it means our inverse matrix is, so A inverse will be equals to this matrix. It is minus 7, then 3, then 5 and minus 2. Right? This will be our inverse of the given matrix A. I hope the sum is clear, the steps are clear. If any doubt is there, you can ask in the group, right? And you people can complete your exercise. This is now even sum number 1 also. Let me show you once again. You people can do the exercise till sum number 14. First 14 sums are based upon our matrices 2 by 2 only. Last 3 sums we have 3 by 3, that we will discuss in the next video, right? And remember, while applying the operations, if you get in the left hand side any row completely 0, while making this as identity matrix, if this matrix, if any row or any column becomes 0, that means full one row is 0 0 or full one column is 0 0, then the result will become the inverse of the matrix does not exist, right? So remember this thing. I think in one sum you will face this problem where one row or column is becoming 0. Once it comes, simply write down the inverse of the matrix does not exist, right? Hope you can complete your exercise till sum number 14. If any doubt is there, ask in the group. And I think today is yeah, so the next video, till the next video you can complete it. Thank you class.